in the game, the draft starts. The game is on. We have NaVi with the 1-0 lead at the Heroes Battle Arena against Team Kiev5. And NaVi, oh my god, these guys are good. Right now, they are one of the most dominant teams in Europe, I'd say. And on Tomb of the Spider Queen, Kiev5 gets another opportunity to tie the series. NaVi, they can ban out Kael'thas if they want here, and it's a very strong hero in Tomb of the Spider Queen, of course, so it's probably going to happen, whereas Tyrande is already out of the picture since Kiev5 said, like, yeah, we're not going to go up against that shit again. That was way too strong. NaVi kinda ripped us a new one there, and we don't want to experience that again, so Kael'thas is being banned out now. We have Kiev5 in this case now, if the first pick. The last game was a bit brutal. I mean, NaVi is absolutely insane. This team is just so unbelievably good, and they just showcased that. They have been now playing with a new roster for just a couple of weeks, but they're also immensely powerful, and just seeing these fights for the #1 spot in the European scene is pretty amazing. I can't wait for even more invitationals to drop so that we see more and more of all of this. Fawcett as an early first pick on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Now that is an interesting choice here for Kiev5, but the hero overall is of course very strong, and as a seasoned marksman hero, he will benefit from the tiny map that we have here, the closeness of those two lanes. We're having in this case now also the double pick for NaVi, and they have a couple of options how they can really roll with this one now. We could, for example, see an Uther together with the Muradin. Jaina Muradin could be played here. Jaina Sylvanas to actually start things off, since both of the tanks are still available. So with this case now, they have already pushing power, and they have a lot of wave clear with this. We're talking about the Blizzard, we're talking about Sylvanas herself, of course, then also with the level 7 talent with the Unstable Poison, whereas Kiev5 have two picks that could lead us into an ETC, maybe into a Muradin. Both of these heroes are extremely strong, and next to that, the Uther would probably be a smart decision, since they can still decide what kind of melee assassin they're going to choose on later on, or if they go simply into a Sonya. Keep in mind that on Tomb of the Spider Queen, if you have a bit of lockdown, you can actually also start to think about a Kerrigan. It's a hero that we've seen sometimes in the Chinese scene, a couple of times in North American scene as well, and Europe, of course, every now and then plays the hero too, but this is one of the maps where Kerrigan can be extremely aggressive in the early stage of the game, and it's something that Kiev5 could consider doing now. They should definitely take, I feel like, Muradin plus Uther, or think about the ETC plus Uther, but dropping Uther right now would give them the flexibility that they need. They could think about a Zagara if they don't feel like going for these combos, so Zagara might be a nice counter pick against Sylvanas here already. ETC it is though, and with ETC the possibility of an Uther is quite high. Combos well with the Zagara too though, so they could try to go into just like more into Power Slide, into Mosh Pit, or just the other way around. Power Slide into Mosh Pit, into more. It really works quite well if you can set something nice up in one of those close quarter fights that we have on the lanes oftentimes. There's a couple of it's again a preference play. Do you go for the Zagara? Do you go for Uther? Other heroes, I really don't feel that it would make too much sense for them. They play the Zagara over the Uther. They can still ban Uther out. NaVi, of course, now are going for a ban as well. And in this particular setup, if they are going to take Uther, they might want to think about maybe banning Tyrael. Tyrael in ETC is a very popular composition, since you can go into the Mosh Pit, plus, of course, the Sanctification, and that really helps you quite a bit if you are attempting to make sure that your opponent is not being able to interrupt you. So, yeah, it could be a ban on Tyrael, therefore. But there's a couple of things that you can really do when you're playing on Tomb of the Spider Queen. But the Tyrael is definitely an option that they have now, especially, of course, since there is also Jaina on the side of NaVi, so that kind of caters towards the Tyrael pick as well. NaVi could also think about picking that hero. I guess at this point they're more thinking about picking the Uther away from ETC, which would of course then be the second option, what you can do if you want to make sure that that ETC Mosh Pit goes through. Besides that, other heroes that can be strong on this map, I suppose if Tacita is going to be taken, and it's more going to be taken by NaVi, Sonya is banned out, so it looks like NaVi are not going to play Sonya. Kiev5, what's it going to be? What are they going to ban out now in this particular scenario? Muradin is still on the map. And I can guarantee you that NaVi is going to pick Muradin. Then again, to be honest with you, like I think lately we had 1 or 2 games where Muradin was completely ignored. It just blew my mind. Muradin was ignored, and was just like looking at it, was just like, wait, that really just happened? So maybe Kiev5 not willing to use a ban on Muradin here, and just says like, whatever. But then ETC, of course, it can be interrupted by that Stormbolt, so for NaVi it would be a good pick either way. You can play Diablo against this, of course, as well, and once that you see that ETC is going for the Mosh Pit, you can go for an immediate Apocalypse, Thrall ban, As Uther is still around and Kiev6 doesn't want to ban him out, it's a Thrall ban instead. Na'Vi with the immediate Leoric Tacita combo, not even wasting a second to pick these heroes. Tacita and Leoric. Okay, vision on the map against Zagara, making sure that creep tumors can be detected. Tacita could have been banned out by Kiev6 as well, didn't want to commit to it. So this setup is actually pretty sweet for Na'Vi right now. I'm curious to see what their last pick is going to be, if they dedicate a second healer in there. I want to once again highlight that they did not pick Uther. Uther was available and they said like, nah, we want to have vision. Give us vision on the map, make sure that we get that mental acuity, or at least the Oracle, so that we can take down these creep tumors. We know how strong Zagara is. They played her on the last game and they had amazing vision on the map. It was like a legal map hack that they ran there. Kiev6, of course, is therefore taking the Uther. They say thank you very much, we're going to take that. Divine Shield with Mosh Pit, hell yeah, that's going to be awesome. Have a lot of wombo combo potential now with the setup that they're running here, so this is definitely quite scary. Could maybe go into another frontliner here, and then we're talking again about very much the same heroes that we already focused on earlier. They picked the Diablo away, though. I really think that Na'Vi might have gone into a Diablo here once again. They seem to love the hero, and this is now Diablo Apocalypse potential. I mean, you could see Lightning Breath, of course, but like in theory, Zagara more into Apocalypse, into Mosh Pit, into Force damage, into just like... And Muradin as the last pick for Na'Vi, because they're saying, okay, if we don't get Diablo, then we want to have Muradin instead. Game number 2 is coming up now. Tomb of the Spider Queen is the map, ladies and gentlemen. Kiev6 going up against Na'Vi here at the Heroes Battle Arena. And let's get ready for the second map in the series. Great setups here, guys. Great, great setups. Alrighty. Oh. I'm going to go to sleep after this one, I can tell you that much. Like right now, it hits me. Earlier, it was completely fine, but like, you know when you are like partying through the night, and there's this one window that you have roughly around. For most people, I suppose it's around like 4 o'clock in the morning, where you suddenly get super, super tired. And this is just hitting me now. My sleep schedule is already so screwed up by all of this casting through the night for like Enter the Storm, Heroes Battle Arena, and everything, that I really feel it at this point, and it's hitting me. It's hitting me hard now. So yeah. After this, I'm going to take a big nap. I'm going to take a long and sweet nap. Okay, I'm going to be made referee. I'm not quite sure why, but okay. I'm asking if there is a particular reason behind it. To call GG with us. Don't feel left out. Alright. Fair enough, fair enough. Listen to the man. Listen to the man. Talking about listening to stuff, one thing that I wanted to check out before we continue. Okay, this is fine. This is going to work out quite nicely. Alright. So, we have the game. I suppose we're going to start. 7 out of 10 already. Okay, so we're waiting apparently for a few of the players of Kiev6, if I can read this correctly. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, guys, let's get ready. Game number 2. It's Na'Vi time. Na'Vi rock and roll. And, of course, Kiev6. Let's see if they can make that happen now and tie the series up. Would actually be pretty sweet if they can make it work right now. I would like to see a couple of more games. Na'Vi games so far have been cool, and I like Kiev6. They are a cool bunch. That was a cool bunch of players there. Yep, either way. Someone is still missing. I think it's ETC for Kiev6. Oh, okay, write it up just now. So, yep, get the show on the road. I still have like one more sip here. Bah. Need something to drink. Oh, 9 out of 10 already. Apparently someone else is missing too. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. Boys, boys, boys. Apparently they're not ready yet. We are in the lobby. It's going to hit any second, and then we're going to get ready for this one. But yep, there we have it. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Alright. Let's get ready for action and check that out. Alright, game is on, and let's jump right into it. Hotkey. Game number 2, everybody, has started. Tomb of the Spider Queen is the map, and we have to the left side NaVi with 1-0 lead in the best of 5 series at the Heroes Battle Arena. Alex the Pro G is playing Leoric. We have Zarmany on Muradin for NaVi, Grandpaquette on Tacita as the solo support for the team, Eternal on Sylvanas, and Crosby on Jaina. To the right side of the map, Air is playing for Kiev6 on Falstad. We have Hydra on Zagara, Mopsio is playing Diablo, Lunan on Uther, and Sir Ice Cream is rocking that ETC. Yeah, we had a pretty brutal game in map number 1. I mean, that boss attempt, that Hail Mary move that we saw for Kiev6 at the end, it's quite understandable that they felt pressured into some risky play, but it backfired very hard. Reanimation now taken as the level 1 talent. We have With the Wind taken over Barbed Shot on Sylvanas as the level 1. And besides that, it is here Soul Feast again. We're of course seeing a Season Marksman for Falstad. It was a very early pick that we saw there for Team Kiev6. Really wanted to make sure that they're going to get that Season Marksman stacks into the game, and this is the best map for all of those stacking talents for sure. It's one of the reasons why we saw Asmodan played actually for a long time on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Which reminds me, give Asmodan again. There's still this problem, there's apparently that Black Pool doesn't really work as intended, and that is definitely an issue. I wonder if Blizzard fixes that, if we are going to see Asmodan again. Right now it feels like the meta is moving away from such a play, but still it was always fun to see that stacking process going strong. And yeah, Asmodan games have been a lot of fun. I would love to see him back in business. Alex is rotating around, and so far NaVi is doing very well here. We're having everybody else also on the way. Eternal and Crosby down in the bot lane. It's more rotation between the middle and the bottom than between top and bottom, or top and middle, which was oftentimes like the case. So yeah, there's a little bit of a different set that we play. You're trying to push more pressure onto Zagara. The one advantage that you have with this rotation from middle to bot is basically you rotate to the Zagara lane. And that means you can take down the creep tumors as a team, and you can also limit the vision that she has quite significantly. So that's one of the big thought process behind what's currently happening here. Hydra is moving away, and you can really tell that he has a huge amount of problems really getting that creep spread on. He has one creep tumor and that's it, but now we have Mopsio moving in, trying to use the aggression on Diablo, but Diablo is actually getting really dumpstered now. Half HP for him already, and NaVi is playing around this very nicely. So for now, Kiev6 is really starting to try and establish especially a base down to the bot lane. That Zagara, of course, is trying to do what she can to make this happen, but it's really a bit tricky for her now. So we have once again the move to the bot lane. Again, we're seeing the creep tumors taken out, and this is just NaVi with very, very solid power play here. Also, of course, that Tacita is really helping them quite a bit with this as well. I mean, as long as you have the Tacita and you can simply go for a move where you use the Oracle every now and then you reveal those creep tumors, you already know that you're in a very good spot to deny your opponent a bit of vision on the map, and that's exactly what's going to be happening in this game now as well. With the level 4 talents, we have, of course, no mental acuity here. As a solo support, leeching plasma is just a bit more important, and even without mental acuity, the Oracle alone is already good enough to really put very much pressure onto Zagara herself. She's not able to push this lane in at all, and usually with the Zagara you are trying to really go for those towers as fast as you can, but there's just no hope of that happening anytime soon. Boundless Conviction taken for Uther, and we have once again the Fire Devil taken for Diablo as the level 4 talent. Nothing really out of the ordinary. I want to highlight maybe the Fealty onto Death, which is a talent that we see oftentimes taken on this map now in particular. Normally it's more the tendency towards Heart and Bones, but especially when we're talking about players like Alex the Pro G, he knows exactly how to play the Leoric. I mean, he was one of the first Leoric players that we had when the hero got released, and played very nicely with it. Here comes that attempt to drop a target, but it ends up with Mopsio dying instead, and in comes NaVi. They take a chance and they jump in, but they can't kill a second hero yet. Still, that kill against Diablo was of course quite sweet for sure, and so they are getting a slight lead here with this setup. They're having them also in a tiny lead in experience overall, but having that position, that was pretty well done. Zarmany could be able... yeah, he jumps away here. So Crosby was already putting pressure on Aya. It's a very nice setup that we have here, and I'm really liking the way that NaVi is currently trying to control this game here. The earlier level 7 should be happening for them. They're turning in, and that means that Grandpaquette is going to get rid of his 5 gems. There's a lot of sparkly stuff on the map, of course. Zarmany, again with the move, he has 14. Jumps in, tries to actually deny the turn-in attempt on the side of Kiev6. When Falstad gets stunned, flies in and gets a Stormbolt to the face. Feels bad, man. Eternal, Crosby, and the rest of them already starting to rotate down to the bot lane again to deny Zagara any kind of lane presence. Blue Web Weavers are descending, and Mopsio is looking like he wants to go for Jaina, but the Ice Cream is already, let's call it, discouraged by that Blizzard that Jaina dropped in. Snowstorm on level 4 is helping with the extra radius, and Zarmony is threatening now the life of the tower, therefore ETC just sliding away in the last second. Good setup here. We have the Ghastly Reach taken, more and more Creep Tumors have been taken down, and we have, of course, with Kala Embrace now finally the talent that Hazard needs to start the preloading on those shields. Both of the teams on level 7 now. Piercing Bolt, Rapid Incubation for Hydra, not going into battle momentum for the extra damage thanks to the cooldown reduction and the more frequent Hydra list, but instead we're simply seeing him with the Rapid Incubation for the extra lane presence. Diablo at least went into a battle momentum, and ETC with a follow through as the level 7 talents are now being used to defend at the bot lane, but this is a very difficult push that they have to go up against. So Ice Cream in the back is trying to go in. Keep that Sylvanas in mind. Jaina is being pushed in, False that flies in too, but Alex is also there. That results with AR suddenly being completely exposed. He is down, and it's not stopping there. Alex is moving in to take down Mopsio, and this looks like an easy kill for them. They dropped Diablo, a lot of terror, not quite so terrifying just yet, as we have now the fort also eliminated and the Web Weavers still pushing. NaVi with level 9 versus level 7, nearly level 8, but now they move into the mid lane. They have the advantage in numbers and they are trying to use it. They put even more pressure onto the fort, and they are just going in, using Sylvanas to once again disable the fort. Now that's a 5 versus 5 again. They are rotating away, but they are on 9.5 versus level 8, and this is just looking great for them. Of course, Alex is moving straight to the top since they are trying to get a few more of those gems. If he gets this wave as well, then they are close to a second turn-in. They actually have 42 gems already, and this is getting to get really close. But down here, Dimensional Shift, Grand Paquette trying to get away. Shields himself and is able to escape for now. Alex moving in once again. They're trying to go maybe for another kill. Alex, needs to be careful here. Yeah, Leoric was trying to really just like stun him out, but Alex is already in position and just uses his Wraith Walk, gets away there. Here comes Lunan trying to turn it, and he is able to get that through. It was close, but he's able to get it through, and that's a bit annoying for NaVi. The whole idea here was to get level 10 and force the opponent back and deny them the turn-in, but now NaVi has to deal with the Web Weavers. So yeah, not quite what they were hoping for, but the level 10 ability with the March of the Black King is now in play. And March of the Black King used soon enough. We also have, of course, the Ring of Frost, where Wailing Arrow, Force Wall, and Avatar on Muradin used. At the bot lane, the Web Weaver is pushing in, and Eternal is going to try and take over here and defend against it. Crosby, actually the entire team, is moving straight in and drops that Web Weaver like it's nothing. At the top, we're having Leoric moving away again, and this is the wall, or the lane that especially Team Kiev6 is now trying to focus upon. Whereas in the mid lane, we're seeing the attention towards the Web Weaver, just like taking that down as well. So very little damage by those Web Weavers actually. A very good defense so far by NaVi, and they're not stopping here. They're moving in again with the level 10 versus no level 10. Stormbolt is missing though, but Diablo is walking the wrong way. Like, he is definitely out of position there. He was trying to escape, but there was very few, like there was nothing nowhere where he could actually go. They could theoretically even aim for boss at this point. They could really go for it. I mean, they're already at the top. The boss spawns back as all of those Web Weavers are defeated. But now we're, of course, seeing the rotation again. Spawning Point is going to get ready. And with 73 of those gems, they're going to get an easy turn in here. Lunan is trying to zone them out a little bit. And yes, he is annoying with his Wave of Light and his Boundless Conviction, but not annoying enough. And at this point, he's actually going to fall, isn't he? Yeah, Force Wall, Divine Shield, all right. Counterplay immediately used there, but it's going to be the turn-in, and of course means that we are going to have another Web Weaver wave pushing, this time for NaVi, and NaVi is attempting to rotate around now into the mid lane to meet first of all that Bruiser camp that was taken in the meantime by the opponent. And false dead, that's a bonus there. That's a bit of a bonus that they get him as well, but there is still that Bruiser camp. Now the Web Weavers are coming in play. Diablo is still up at the top. But very, very nice aggression in NaVi. I mean, they are moving in against that wall now, trying to get the wall at the keep. And the Web Weaver is going to push with this too. There comes Leoric from the top. NaVi going to go straight in again. Zarmony moves away. And those Balings didn't really hit too much. Great positioning once again by NaVi. And they are trying to go in for the kill. Level 13 would be soon happening for them as well. False that flies in and gets dumpstered in the face. He had no chance. He tried to go for a Mighty Gust, and what happened, like he flew in and he died. He just died. He was just right there, and zip, got annihilated. Lightning Breath used now as the heroic ability, the Mosh Pit, but yeah, Diablo is dead. He got zoned. There's the Maw, didn't hit anything. and they are just going straight in for that keep. We are 9 minutes into the game. Level 13 talents are now ready. It's a double burning rage. We're seeing with the wind, improved ice block, and prescience taken, and NaVi is playing just an absolutely incredible game. They don't go for the keep just yet, but it is so super low, I don't even know why they didn't go in for it. They killed all of the forts with the exception of the one up at the top. And this one was, of course, not going to make it easy. I mean, they're already moving straight in and take it down, so this is it. A 2-level lead, even more than that. It's 2.5 levels that NaVi is now ahead, and they have still 45 gems that they can turn in, and that puts them close to a second turn in right now. They need, of course, a few more, but they're already on the way to get even a few additional waves, and that's Diablo, sorry, not Diablo, but of course Leoric, with a Burning Rage and Ghastly Reach, just trying to make sure that he gets the next few gems set up. The turn-ins have started. Grand Paquete is now also moving back, and Jaina Crosby is solo going straight for the camp, making sure that he's going to take this one as well. And, well, for Kiev6, I mean, what can they do at this point? They can try, I guess they can try and get their level 13 talent. If they are able to go for that, then at least they will have an opportunity to use maybe one of their wombo combo potentially. I have no idea what kind of word that just was. That, yeah. Guys, after like this much streaming, I am a little bit tired, so I apologize for the occasional blunder, but I have no idea what word I just created. I know that didn't make any sense whatsoever. But what I was trying to say is that if they hit level 13, they could potentially go for one of those wombo combos if they get the Maw and then can lead that up with, let's say, an ETC Mosh Pit and also, of course, that Lightning Breath on Diablo. If they get that done, then they can turn it around, but now there's so much pressure against them that Kiev6 is having the toughest time ever. They are attempting to defend that keep, but the blue Web Weavers are descending as Leoric turns in, and now it looks like this keep is going to fall, and I would be very surprised if this is the only thing that's going to fall right now. Because without the level 13 talent, I have no idea how they are thinking they can really defend this. And the bot lane is also being pushed at the same time with one of those Siege Giants camps. Zagara is trying to defend this now, but we have already Sylvanas moving in, and even before the Web Weavers are there, Mighty Gust has now been used, and this means that with another wave they can just disable it again, and they do, and down it goes. The Web Weaver isn't even there. The Web Weaver is not even in the middle of the map, and now they just rotate around. Leoric is moving in, everybody is ready. They jump with their waves and with the Wraith Walk straight through that gate or over it, and now they are moving in again. The 13 talents, they are ready, but the problem is that NaVi is about to hit level 16. Giant Killer taken on Falstad. We are seeing also after Fire Devil now the Fire Storm taken. Here's the 16 talents to counter that out though. ETC with the Spell Shield. We are having the Cold Embrace. Mopsio is already on the run here, and the keep is disabled. They are moving in again. The top lane is pushing a 3-level lead, 16 versus 13, and NaVi is on the move once again. They are amazing. These guys are super strong. Crosby, Zarmony, Grand Paquete, Alex, and Eternal. They drop keep number 2. And now the top lane is the only one remaining, and the Web Weaver is doing some solid work, at least against the wall, but they could also now try to, of course, finish this as well. If they get a couple of kills, then they can even go for core. On the way back, they could go for boss. I mean, if you have such a huge lead already, and it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. They move in for boss, and they set a trap first of all, but I don't really believe that anybody is going to fall for that. Because to tell you the truth, I mean, like, what's going to happen? Yeah, well, there it is. So they retreat for now. They don't have the vision just yet. Grand Paquete is there. And yes, uses the storm again. So they're actually like trying to fake them out a little bit. They're trying to fake them out, and now they go for Mopsio. Here comes the attempt to rush away, but nice cross-through with a slow. And that's, of course, the end of Diablo here. At least he's going to die on... yeah. March of the Black King even. Swing to the face, and now they are moving on to this move again. Look at the Wailing Arrow, by the way. Oh my god, they jump over the wall. What is that? Is this quick match? Zarmony and Eternal are going straight over the wall and trying to kill them. Crosby and Grand Paquete are just basically yelling, hey guys, wait for us. We want to have a piece of the action as well. Here come the Web Weavers. Here go the Web Weavers. They came into the game, they had a look, and they were like, screw that, and they were out of there. So now 17 versus 14. And Kiev6, I mean, it's 8 kills against 0 now. 8 kills against 0. The Web Weaver wave has done more or less nothing. Already Alex is taking the one up the top lane down. They have currently a gem count of 29. It's not like they're going to get another turn anytime soon, but now Sir Ice Cream is there. This is basically hunting season that we're seeing now. It's a 3-level lead, and it is absolutely incredible how much pressure and how much map control NaVi has at this point. Leoric is just up at the top lane, and Alex is saying, like, boys, I got this. So he's starting to move in against the keep here. And of course, at some point, there has to be a reaction of Kiev5 as well. The game is just completely out of their control right now. They're so far behind that without a level 16 talent, there's just absolutely no way to make anything happen here. Mopsio is trying to move away. He always gets a bit of damage in, but now we have even another map, or another camp taken out at the bottom of the map. They're taking the Siege Giant set, and now they can just push in with the catapults, with the Siege Giants against the core, can focus the attention of the opponent to the bottom lane where they are moving to the top. They could go for boss now. They're just taking the camps away. They're completely willing to sacrifice, well, nothing. They don't, I mean, it's not like they care if you see where they are. It's not like they're sneaking it in. They're just saying, yeah, we're going to take this now. Deal with it. Try to stop us. Try to stop us. We dare you. We're taking this right now. Deal with it. Try to stop us. Whatever you do, like, you have the choice there. So camps are pushing the lanes, and we have Alex and Crosby starting to rotate over to the top lane. Are they going to go for the keep? It very much looks like they're going to try. 51 gems for them, and yeah, they're going to go for it. Leoric is in the mid lane, by the way, and that bottom camp is starting to push in against the core. Sylvanas, of course, helps them with the disables. Eternal already jumping away. They're playing this slow. And ETC, no mosh pit just yet. Here comes the attack. Oh, Lightning Breath chosen together with a Divine Shield. That is doing a serious amount of damage, but it's not going to do enough damage. Already Diablo dead. He's going to be back in 2 seconds though, thanks to the trade. But the core is under attack now as those Siege Giants are in play. ETC, no mosh pit arenas just yet. He's actually being attacked. Down goes Falstad, down goes ETC. Lunan is about to die. He's running away as fast as he can, but Diablo dies first, and now it's time for Uther to also bite the dust. This is going to be game number 2. It is an absolutely incredible performance that Navi showcases here now. The core is already at 86%. Navi is just really strong, and these guys, it's really difficult for Kiev5, but I mean, they are trying. The problem is that Navi is just on a different level right now. Game number 2 ending in favor of Navi, and we are going to go into game number 3 of the best of 5 series momentarily.